I think the culture that we do have, yeah, like you say, is very concerned about managing risk to the point that sometimes stifles all of these other places in the hope to mitigate one risk. They kind of create all of these other problems that they're not really aware of.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. In the birth world, they call it like the cascade of interventions,
Okay.
where if you go into, you you start with one thing, for example,
Mhm.
an induction of birth. You
Yeah.
say, okay, it's time to get induced, and then it just something else will happen and go, okay, we've got to do this now, and then something else will happen, and then okay,
Mm.
got to do this now, and we went from a perfectly healthy birth that was well within the due or the guess month. I'd like to say I don't really think due dates are a thing.
Yeah.
It's baby don't have a due date. There's no calendar in there. They don't
Sure.
know when. They just come when they're ready.
Yeah.
And when that period comes, we go, oh no, they're late. You
Mm.
see, like the language that we use is already very fear
Setting it up for
mongering.
failure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then we have this cascade of interventions. It's not helpful for mums because they go, okay, now that you've come this far, you're at a risk of XY percentage of mortality or XY percentage of all these things. And there's just so many things that we say to mums before the baby even comes
Sure.
that
Yeah.
just feeds that. And it's not helpful because it goes into our adrenaline, it goes into our fight flight response. And when you're in labor and you're getting fed this information, your body kind of goes, oh, well, it's not safe. And you can't use your instinctive
Mm.
energy and your instinctive physical power to birth because your neocortex is zooming around being like, oh no, what about this, and what about that, oh, what if this, and we can't use our rational brain to birth. That's just not the part of our brain we use. It's such an instinctive thing. It doesn't make any sense, but for some reason
Mm.
we've really incorporated that into the way we have our babies.